Hi, welcome to Millennials Talk again. And today we're going to cover Season 2, Episode 2, Mental Health, Time Management. We have Susan, Wenyu, Guo-Suan from the previous episode joining me today. But we also have a new person joining, a new millennial and professional joining, Miss Suri. Okay.
Hi, Suri.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so Susan, would you like to start?
Do you manage on your time on time?
Yeah, normally I'm late. Always, like always.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I woke up late. Yeah, but it's okay for me actually. But for the daily life, like daily walking schedule, I plan ahead everything. But in the morning, I always late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, everyone's different, right?
Yeah,
No
everyone is
judgment.
different. So,
I'm also an owl. Like I usually stay up late, and I find myself to be more productive at work at night.
Okay.
So I usually spend my time walking at night.
So
Walking
you are
late.
late in the morning.
Yeah,
Walking
as
late.
a result, of course.
as a result. Yeah.
Right.
You are not a robot, and you are
Yeah.
not. You can
Right.
expect me.
We're
to
not AI yet. We're not AI
Yeah.
yet. We're
You're
on the
talking
way,
about
but
being late to work or being late to meetings.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything
Yeah,
like
anything in general. Like,
in general.
I think work culture plays a big role. And since our topic is mental health, right? Okay, so tying back the topic of time management to the main theme of our discussion today, which is mental health, I think it also depends a lot on the work culture, your work colleagues. If, for example, you're working in a bank or investment bank, they cannot afford lateness at all.
Okay.
And if you're late by, I don't know, a couple minutes, you've got to apologize straight up because,
Right.
you know, everything is high pace.
I think it's also
Yeah.
depends on the culture, the
Yeah.
country culture, right?
Yes.
I think like you mentioned before, I
Yeah.
think in Japan, they won't even
Yes.
be able to late for like
Yeah, no.
even 1 minute or
Yeah. If you're
even
late, you've
seconds.
got to always be early. And if you're late, even by, a couple of minutes, you've got to apologize straight up because your lateness has cost somebody else's, time, and time is money
I see.
in high pace work. But again, different work cultures are different. So you can't just say one size fits all policy.
Right.
It doesn't work. But then for myself, I do manage my time on a daily basis with a routine so that at least I'm resilient to the highs and lows of a business culture, that it's unpredictable because we never know.
For me, myself, is like, there is the downside, one, for being able to like make it on time.
Yeah.
Because I'm the person who is not usually late. And if I'm late, I would be very, very anxious. And
Okay.
it really affects me in terms of my health, my mental health. Because whenever I'm late, even like, sometimes I just mismanage my time because I want to be early. So sometimes I'm like 30 minutes early, even though the time starts like 30 minutes late. So it really consumes my time as well. So it's kind of like, it's not good to go to so extreme, right? So
talking about being on time, I like to give you guys an example. So I have this group of friends who do business with me together, right? They all are guys, by the way. Yeah. So we set up a meeting, and most of them show up quite late. So if one of the partners arrive at the meeting early, he has to wait for them for a long time. And it wasn't even for one time, 2 times, 3 times, and he gets frustrated with them, but he couldn't complain about it because many of the people involved in the meeting
late.
they run late. So
So
you can be a bad guy, right?
you are the only one
Yeah.
person.
No,
who is
I'm not the early guy.
Oh,
One
okay,
of the
okay. Oh, yeah. You're
I'm
colleague.
one of the
Okay.
people who show up late too. But like what I'm saying is that, so people like you, Susan, if you deal with those people who show up late, and when you cannot say anything at all to them, it's really it becoming a
You just have to
serious
wait
matter too.
because you
Yeah.
cannot start
Yeah.
alone,
So as a-
because it's a meeting.
As a result, you also tend to show up late because you don't want to wait for them all long.
Yeah.
Become the
yeah.
bad guy, bad
Yeah.
girl.
This is really important to understand, the culture and then the types of people that you are dealing with. Sometimes, like you said, you must wait for them to come because you need them to do
Start the
things.
discussion.
Right? So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's when you are not managing the expectations correctly, or if you're not managing the expectations at all, then it's can create a lot of anxiety, a lot of
Yeah.
discomfort in a person. So it can really also affect meetings as well that follow productivity as well. So I think it's for me, I try to be start the meetings that I organize on time, things like that. I try to give them suggestions to the very details of maps and Google Maps and everything, so that they are on time.
Preparation.
Yeah.
Preparation.
And sometimes I think there be people who are, much twice my age and 40 years of experience, and very influential people, and those kinds of cases. And I know that they'll be late, so I just bring books or things to do, So I just can complain about it. Now, so the same thing with traffic, where people complain about traffic a lot, but I just have to get around it. Otherwise, we'll go
Right.
crazy in this
Right.
culture.
Adapting and maybe have a plan B. So what I would do when there's traffic or when people are late is that I would plan and I will have something else to do in replacement. If in the worst case scenario the meeting gets cancelled,
Right.
then I'll have something. Okay, I'll work on this. If the person's late, I can do something in 30 minutes, 10 minutes, even if it's email checking, whatever. Plan beforehand. So.
Plan B.
And Suri, what do you think?
Yeah, actually time management is important. But for myself, that I don't really manage time, because I think that I'm different person actually. So for me, my life is okay. It's okay not to be on time. But what I found out is that when I joined to the MBA, we have discussions, like you said, like Susan said, when I go on time, but everyone is late. So yeah, so I have to wait it anyway. I have to wait them
you have to wait,
anyway. So it's okay. For me, it's okay.
Right.
But others different, right? Yeah.
Like every person.
But it's important that we know, but
Yeah.
we didn't get to manage sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also a good idea to give them a space of time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You can expect this to happen.
To be late.
We call it Myanmar sandwiching, right?
Yeah, Myanmar
So even 10 minutes is
10
of
minutes
course
late
precious.
is okay
Yeah,
for
we
Myanmar
forgive
culture.
them. And 1 hour is too much.
Forgivable.
1 hour is not bearable. So I think.
But it's also okay if you inform first beforehand, or even if you want
Respect.
you will be
Yeah.
late, then you will
Yeah.
you may be informing to other people, or the person who is doing the organizing the meeting and stuff. So
I guess different people have different takes on when do you cancel a meeting if you have to. For example, if I have a meeting with you next week and I cancel with you at least 1 day before, 2 days before,
Yeah.
it's fine. But if you cancel 1 hour before, that's
Yeah,
going
that's
to have
another
consequences
different,
on
right?
myself,
That's
you know?
different.
So, but every person is different.
Yeah.
So,
True.
I've been seeing posts like, "Hey, I've got iPhone 11 Pro." That's no.
for what?
I also want
And healthy
like
competition.
that.
Yeah.
But you can